Hi everybody, it's Amy Foote with the Foote team at Compass Real Estate, and we are back with the Friday FOOTEnotes, where we're going to bring you tons of relevant information about today's real estate market. We hope you can like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so for our next couple of Friday FOOTEnotes, we're going to talk about the real estate market. In this one, we're going to talk about where we've been. Next week, I'm going to talk about where we're at right now, and then the following week, we're going to talk about where we think the real estate market's going. Okay, where has the real estate market been? Where have we come from? Well, it's been a crazy 18 months since COVID started. I remember back when all of this craziness started, I thought real estate was going to die on the vine and we were going to hit another downturn. And when they shut down the state of Illinois, I thought that was it. And we found out the day after they shut the state down that we were considered essential workers, so we could keep on working. Well, it was really interesting because in the beginning of the shutdown, it was supposed to be 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Then it was all of a sudden 4 weeks. Then it's 2 months. Then it becomes nobody knows when this is really going to end. And I think people started to realize their living situation didn't really work for not just living out of your house, but working out of your house and maybe even having school out of your house. So now things had to change. Okay, so now we have all these people who know their living situation isn't working and they want to go out and they want to buy a house and find something that will work. So they're willing to go out and mask up and glove up and do whatever it took to find a house. But you have a bunch of sellers who didn't want to put their house on the market because they didn't want people traipsing through their house and maybe bring COVID in. So we've got all this demand that's rising, and the inventory levels are falling because the sellers didn't want to put their house on the market. And that difference got bigger and bigger and bigger as the year went on. So it was really just a supply and demand issue. As demand goes up, supply goes down, prices start rising. Okay, so with the difference in supply and demand, people started adding some other crazy things in. So it wasn't all just about the price, because the prices were going up, right? People had to bid over the list price in order to get the house. And the question was, how far over? But they're offering other things too, not just as-is condition, but maybe they were waiving their right to a home inspection, or they were letting the seller stay after closing, or they were throwing in a year of Netflix just to try and get the house. It got really crazy. It was almost entertaining seeing some of the things people were willing to do just to get a house. But then you fast forward into the spring, and now the craziness is really at its height, and people were starting to really want the house to be in perfect condition. So really in the spring and summer of this year, we started seeing some deals starting to die because the houses weren't perfect. And that really brings us to present day, which we'll talk about next week, so you'll have to tune in next week for that. If you're thinking about buying or selling now or in 2022, you need to go to FOOTEteam.com, click on Contact Us, and one of our amazing agents will get in touch with you. Thanks so much and have a great Friday.